1. All right. How's it going, everybody? It's James here, coach of the Cincinnati Minccinos. And we got some other coaches, some of us olds, all here to make some tier lists. Want everybody introduce themselves, and we'll fire it up.
All right, my friends call me Daddy. True story, dude. I'm the coach of the Paws, the Philadelphia Ash Wooperz. That's it. I'm done.
I'm Poppin, coach of the Phoenix Suns. Don't have much else.
And I'm Steve, Waterloo Wormadams.
We're also going to have BOhm joining us later. He's currently helping out a buddy in ARC, but he's the coach of the Undella Unowns.
Priorities, am I right?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with all you guys so we can all have a consistent sort of structure to it here. Y'all see my tier list?
There we go.
Excellent.
Okay.
Alrighty. I think we should probably just look at them in order. Wedgehurst through Waterloo.
That
sounds good to me.
Excellent.
Also, I just want to point out our new coaches have sick logos. All of them brought heat.
Oh yeah, 4 for 4 on the new coaches. Grandma's Togekisses, Intelligent Leons, New York Aqua Jets, and the San Francisco 40 Grinders. Excellent, excellent work.
Grimer has a special spot in all of our hearts now, and the fact that Jace appreciates it as much as we do, he fits right in for a reason.
Yeah, for sure.
I love the team name, but the New York Aqua Jets logo looks so good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I need.
And to think that was his. He was gonna be something with like Arizona or Phoenix, and then he just rebranded and had that logo in his back pocket. Like I want to.
Like 5 minutes later.
He's like, I guess I'll be this other logo that absolutely whips.
Yeah. I spent like 2 hours on mine in Microsoft Paint. It looks like
2 hours, huh?
Why can't we just move Daddy's over to be right beside that so we can compare them even closer?
Right. The contrast there.
Could be worse. Could be just a solid pink logo with nothing.
Could be worse. That's true. When the nicest thing you could say about it is it could be worse. It's pretty bad. Anyways, let's move.
Anyways, let's talk about the first team. Wedgehurst Whimsicotts here. We got Hitman Top, Rotom Heat, Rhyperior, Murkrow, Parasect, Frostlass, Aggron, Clampearl, Girafarig, Tropius, and Duskull. Coached by Mono Mallard. What do we think? Hitman Top, awesome. Rhyperior, awesome. Murkrow was his first pick, right?
Yeah, Murkrow was the first pick. Was kind of it kind of makes sense. It's the only prankster tailwind. Really only prankster a lot of stuff because there's pretty much no pranksters in this game. So it's interesting going with the support first, but I think if you had to do that, Murkrow's probably the one you go with, honestly.
Yeah, it's got
Really good
Quash
value.
too.
Yeah, Quash.
Yeah, really good value for the points. The one thing I noticed about this team is I feel like there's not a whole lot of offense. I mean, there's Rhyperior, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, Clampearl is kind of a meme.
Yeah.
Physical attack.
Just those three.
Right.
Rhyperior and Aggron.
Yeah, if it's not going physical, it's going Clampearl. Or Frostlass, question mark? Or Girafarig, maybe?
Hey, Parasect has 95 attack.
I mean, how did this sneak in? 85 base speed, 90 special attack. Does Girafarig get Nasty Plot?
It does, but look at the other stats.
Well, so it needs a sash. What Pokemon in this format?
Needs a sash.
Yeah, what Pokemon in this format doesn't need a sash?
And he has Fake Out, but he does not have
You got some
Redirection.
Fake Out. Yeah, Parasect actually.
Oh, yeah,
Pretty decent redirection.
Parasect is pretty awesome. I was originally
Buggrass.
Yeah, I think Parasect Rotom Toaster is a really good combo. I was originally looking at that. That plus a good water type, and I mean Clampearl's an okay water type. But
Fine, okay.
Highest special attack stat in the game
Okay, yeah, true.
is
Yeah.
at least okay. But
After what's it
it's got
called?
giraffe rig syndrome. Don't look at
The
the other stats.
deep sea
Something.
tooth or scale or
Yeah,
something.
Deep sea
Tooth and scale is the one that boosts SPDF, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big problem though is discharge exists, and that is instantly a KO because you can't hold a sash. if
'Cause you
want to
can't-
get anything done with clamp.
Yeah, two item syndrome, one of those. But
He's got a trick room with.
giraffe rig or Duskull. So
At
he's
least
got
Forever
a
Rig has inner focus, so he has that going for it. But I mean, you can just kill it
Right.
yeah.
unless Parasect is on the field.
Sure. I don't know. Does it die to a snarl?
It might.
70, 65, 65? Probably not a snarl, unless it's like from, I don't know, a dark type. Are there any dark types that get snarl? I don't know. BDSP draft is weird. No good items, no good Pokemon, no good stats, no good moves.
I like it though. It made for an interesting draft, and I think it's going to be an interesting.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I do agree. I think it was a wild draft. You had things like Murkrow and Granbull going round 1 and 2, and
I know that was wild. I thought part of the reason why I liked VBL-N is because you get to see weird stuff, but this you get to see some just absolutely bizarre stuff. Like, what world does Tropius and Duskull get drafted on the same team? Only BDSP, I guess.
yeah.
Duskull.
Had it in
Duskull's not a meme with the Violite, but
yeah, I had it last
Still has
season.
90/90.
Last season in VBL-S season 4, but never actually brought it.
I had it season 2 and I brought it once and it clicked Helping Hand.
There you go.
Get Helping Hand in this gen.
Man, nothing gets anything in this gen.
Hell, it does say it gets helping. This website
Spreadsheet
probably
is
not
weird.
updated.
Setup. Is it in here?
I'm looking at the Draft League website. So.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
sure.
The new Ballhawk thing, despite how much fucking scrolling you have to do, but it's the only one that has anything accurate for BDSP.
Yeah, that's what. That's why I had to use this one too. But I don't even know where Helping Hand is. Oh well. Maybe it gets it. If it does, maybe it'll do something. Hold a sash and set Trick Room, and then turn 2 Helping Hand, Rhyperior Rock Slide. Maybe something happens.
I would kind of summarize this team as having pretty decent speed control. I mean, you're going to get Tailwind and Trick Room if you want it.
Yeah, you can
But it
kind
doesn't
of
have
get
much
what
to
you
do with
want, huh? But
it can't really take it all the way.
yeah.
The only mon that pairs with Rhyperior is Rotom, Murkrow, and Tropius if you just want to spam Earthquake. None of those really want to be in Trick Room.
True.
Maybe Tropius, but
Yeah, and maybe you run like a slow supportive Rotom, but then you're not taking advantage of it
No, I
being
guess-
one of your strongest. Like it's got your highest special attack stat.
There might be some synergy in the fact that Duskull has Levitate in Trick Room, but I guess that's kind of dependent on if it actually gets Helping Hand or not, which is kind of up in the air.
We can always just look.
That's too much work.
Yeah, that's way too hard.
That's why you're presenting, James, not us.
Pokemon DB, my go-to moves
team builder up.
list. What's that? Oh no, I don't.
Good.
No, that's the
He
That's
does not
these.
have Helping Hand.
Oh, boo.
Oh. No Helping Hand, huh? Well, nobody's perfect, and
Yeah, so
Helping
like-
Hand is
like
far
I said,
from.
Good speed control, not a whole lot of offense, decent support. Like I say this every season, and I kind of mean it. Like all the teams have good aspects to them, right? So when we rank them, I hate like putting somebody in like C or D tier because then it's like, oh, I don't want them to feel bad. But all the teams could win. And
Yeah, I
sometimes
mean-
even C and D tier like win the championship, you know.
Yeah, like the whole point of the tier list is that it's all relative within a closed system. So, like, all 16 teams could be pretty decent, but there's got to be one that's the least decent.
And it's always interesting to see different people's takes too. You know what I mean? Like I looked at a couple tier lists that were posted, and I just remember somebody put my team in S tier and somebody put my team in D tier, and it's just kind of interesting to see how different people view
which is that's why I prefer the discussion being the important part rather than where it ends up on the tier list, right?
Yeah.
Having said that, what are we thinking for this team? I think it's all right, but I'm not sure that it's really got the offense to like be supported by all its pretty decent support Pokemon.
I would agree. I think it's not even a team that has the bulk to be able to not be very offensive.
Yeah, I'm thinking either probably bottom of B or top of C, depending on where the other 15 teams go. And then maybe it moves.
Like, are we putting teams in each tier? Like, we're gonna have S tier teams, we're gonna have D tier teams, right?
I
probably should.
I mean, we're gonna have 4 different tier lists as far as I'm concerned.
If that's the case for me, I think I would put this team in D.
Into D tier. All right. Yeah, I'm happy with C for myself for now, and we'll see how the other 15 go.
I'm gonna put them in C to start as well.
All right.
I'm seeing a pretty debilitating lack of special defense.
Yeah.
Other than your Rotom and Hitmontop. And then like your garbage Pokemon, which are garbage. So
Yeah, a lot of mid defenses. It's true.
I'll go C.
Especially to not necessarily go with all these high physical defenses. Like people are just going to bring their 6 special attacking mons or their 5 special attackers in their setup Pokemon or whatever, and then just take advantage of the you're right, relatively low special defense stats. I'm happy with C for the Wedgehurst Whimsicotts for now.
That's where I put it too.
Moving on to the Californian Coalossals, coached by KC.
One of the 2 rain teams.
One of 2 rain teams. We got Lucario, Kingdra, Politoed, Weavile, Xatu, Muck, Rapidash, Rhydon, Stantler, Shuckle, and Metapod. So this one's definitely a 10-mon team.
But you don't think
rather
he's
than
bringing
being
Metapod?
I think he'll bring Metapod if he's 5-1 in week 7.
Or 1 and 5.
Or 1 and 5. Yeah, exactly. But other than that, I don't think Metapod really has much of a role to play here.
So I have the other rain team.
Correct.
Mons that I considered include Lucario, Weavile, Muck, Rhydon, and Stantler. All of which are on this team.
That's
How do all those fit in with rain? So Lucario makes sense to me, but
Weavile also with the fire weakness.
yeah, with a pretty debilitating fire weakness.
Just an end game wall that resists. Well, I have Ludicolo, so Muck pairs well with the Ludicolo. I ended up with Weezing though. Rhydon, Lightning Rod. Stantler, I wanted a normal Trick Room Mon, and I ended up with Porygon 2.
And that's like one of the 2 ways that you build a rain team, right? You either have your rain setter, a swift swimmer, and then a bunch of other Pokemon that like incidentally get value from it being raining, right? Or protect your water weak Pokemon. Or you just kind of go all in on getting all the like offensive value out of rain, right? With swift swimmers and water types and stuff like that. And this, I think in general, this is more of it's got the rain duo, and then it's got, 8 other mons that can do well in or out of rain.
Yeah.
But definitely, looking at this top 4 here as the scary 4 that most teams are going to have to be like, what's my Kingdra answer? What's my weather answer? Can I live a nasty plot Aurasphere or a close combat Swords Dance close combat, or how do I deal with Weavile Icy Wind on turn 1? stuff like
It's got
that.
the
But
fastest fake out in the game as well.
yep, fastest fake out in the game for sure.
Does
125.
Polytoad get belly drum in this?
It does.
Oh. Yeah, so Lucario plus Polytoad.
Bam.
Uh-oh.
That's scary.
It's got a lot of setup.
Yeah, a lot of like
Dragon Dance that Kingdra.
the good setup moves too. Swords Dance, Belly Drum, Calm Mind, tons.
Smash on the.
Got a Shell Smash.
Shell
Oh, it's on the Shuckle.
Shuckle,
Yeah.
I've seen Casey do weird shit, and I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, true.
He's also learned from you, Steve. Muck Acid Armor Minimize is absolutely something he's going to do multiple times this season.
Yep,
Oh,
and
we'll do that every week.
the format. Oh, I guess this isn't on the sports server. I was gonna say the VGC formats have all been fixed on the sports server so as to allow
really?
evasion moves. Yeah, they're all
Oh, I should
they're
make an
all
announcement about that.
regular VGC
sure.
rules.
Now they do it.
Let me just make sure that's true. If so, I have a couple transactions I want to make.
Shuckle Chansey?
Well, it is true. I promise you.
Well, you guys
But,
aren't. Actually, only James is in VBL-N, but No Guard Machoke comes to mind in Trick Room with Fissure. That's what I wanted to do last season, but that was still one of the rules that was banned.
Oh yeah, no Oko moves. Yeah, but so I was reading the this is kind of a tangent, but I was reading the one hit KO moves mechanics recently. Things like gravity and raising your accuracy do not affect it.
Yep.
It's a separate.
Always 30.
It's always 30. It's a separate check, but things like lock on and no guard do affect it because
But gravity
those.
lets you hit flying types or levitate.
Oh, with Fissure, sure. Yeah. But yeah, the accuracy check is just a separate thing for Oko moves, and then no guard and lock on and stuff like that just makes it so that check isn't done. But
I know that you mentioned that because I just looked that up too because I was looking at some mons with Moody, and I was like, oh, can we do like one hit KO moves with this with the accuracy stuff or I don't know.
Does
I
it
don't know.
not boost accuracy anymore? Moody?
Maybe you're right.
yeah, I'm not sure. But
Yeah, I think they did change that. No accuracy or evasion.
but what do we think about this team? I think it's pretty decent.
I think anything with a built-in weather mode is at least somewhat decent.
Yeah, it's scary. Zatu gets Tailwind, right?
And Trick Room.
And
Only
Trick
Mon
Room.
does.
Yeah.
I don't know where anything is on this. Yeah, Tailwind, Trick Room. Zatu gets both.
And it can't be taunted either, which is nice.
Oh, true, with Magic Bounce. Yeah. I think this is a pretty good team. I think KC managed to grab a lot of value out of some of these lower tier mons. Zatu also. Rapidash is fine. I mean, there's not a lot of great fire types in BDSP as it turns out, and you pretty quickly hit your Rapidashes and your Quillavas.
It's
But,
fast and it has pretty relatively high attack, right?
It's true. Yeah, 105 and 100 base attack, which is in this format is not nothing. I mean,
I wonder if Moltres was available when he picked Rapidash, because that would have been sick. Because it has Hurricane, and he's got Lightning Rod. Does he have Wide Guard on this team? Shuffle maybe would be able to.
I'm not sure where the wide guard would be. Wide guard. He has no wide guard. He's got quick guard on Lucario, but no wide guard.
His only flying type is Zatu, right?
I believe so. Yeah, his only flying type is Zatu. And I don't know if Zatu gets Hurricane or not, but probably not. It would be better if it did.
Yeah, I'm just thinking this seems kind of weak to opposing Trick Room teams and spread moves.
Nope, no Hurricane.
You can get Discharged, you can get Earthquaked, you can get probably not Heat Wave unless they can change the weather. But
Yeah,
all
but
of those.
the weather does get changed on him, that hurts him a lot too, right?
Yeah,
Anything
things.
with a prankster, so your Illumized teams, your Sableye teams, especially if they can't be faked out, so namely Sableye.
Yeah, or just a very fast weather setter, right? So like, I've got Crobat. We'll look at in a second. Has Sunny Day.
God, everything has sunny day.
I know, right? But like, yeah, just anything that can change the weather. Really, I mean, then you just got this Kingdra just dragging, and no pun intended, dragging. But yeah,
I don't think there's anything that can resist Kingdra's dual stab, is there?
I mean, there's 400 something in BDSP, right? Maybe, but I mean, nothing immediately comes to mind, at least.
Empoleon, that's your boy.
Oh, there you go, Empoleon, yeah.
Okay, so I'll keep that in my back pocket.
Cut that out of the video. Cut that.
I'm not editing 1 second of this. Are you kidding me? This is gonna be
Live.
this is gonna be a 2 hour video. I'm not scrubbing through this to do any editing.
Well, I think it's a decent team. I think it's better than the last one we looked at.
Yeah.
Certainly, yeah.
I don't know if it's in the top half of teams. In my opinion, I feel like it doesn't pack enough of a punch for me.
Yeah.
Especially if the weather gets changed.
I'm gonna put it in B for now.
That's what I was thinking.
I don't. Yeah. Again, I don't know what KC's plans are for if he can't keep the rain up, either versus the Torkoal team, who can come in and be slower and get the weather that they want, or Hippowdon, also slower than Politoed, get the weather that they want, or just somebody that's bringing Sunny Day, or I guess there's an Abomasnow team too. So Tay I think drafted Abomasnow. So like, we'll see if Casey can keep the sun away, then I think he'll probably have a pretty decent time. I'm gonna go with B tier for now anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to put him in A. I think teams are going to have a hard time countering the rain on his team in general, because you're spending a turn doing that, and in that turn, the other 2 months get to do something. Whether or not it's Kingdra Politoed, maybe it's Weavile faking out, maybe it's Lucario getting a boost. Like a Sword Stance
We're making it
Pulip
sound
or
like you just automatically reset the weather and it's over with, but it doesn't really work that way, right?
Yeah, that's fair. Let's move on to Team 3. Oh, that's me, Cincinnati Minccinos.
So why don't you sell us on it real quick?
Oh, you didn't watch my 20-minute video earlier?
I did. Just briefly for those who
Boy, I actually didn't watch it yet.
Oh, that's
So give me
fine.
a quick summary.
Yeah, no problem. Heatran's great. Crobat makes Heatran better. Fake out on 2 Mons to mostly prevent Trick Room from going up, so I can go fast when I want to go fast. Haunter if I need to reverse a Trick Room or bring, the Wigglytuff for Alligator. Carnivine weak or whatever. Sharpedo's a nice dark type to protect my ghosts and psychics. And poison types. Carnivine is a steal at 5 points. Would have happily paid 7 or 8 for it. It's got 100 base attack and Swords Dance, so don't sleep on Carnivine. Also, Rage Powder's still great, better than it's ever been, thanks no safety goggles. Dual Levitate plus Crobat means plenty of switch-ins to opponents' Earthquakes. For Alligator, loves a Tailwind. Jolteon is Regieleki for way less points and legal in the format. Wigglytuff is the best of the bad fairies. And Metacham Witches that had Mach Punch. That's more or less it. What do you guys think?
Sounds good. 8 tier.
I mean,
No, I do like your. I like your team.
yeah, I do.
Carnivine's
I also
great
like the team.
Yeah, you have a bunch.
Sorry, go ahead, Bob.
I was gonna say you guys have a lot. You have a bunch of usable mons plus cast form. And
Yeah.
Cast form could come in the right situation, but I like that you don't have like a couple that are obviously never going to show up.
Yeah, I think it would be interesting to like do a draft with that mentality. Like, I'm gonna take 3 1-point mons or 4 1-point mons or whatever, and just make the other 6 or 7 or 8 just devastating.
And we'll get to that.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get to that, yeah, pretty soon actually.
Just a bit.
But
Oh, hey, BOhm's here.
oh, hey, BOhm. Can we hear you?
Nope.
He just came to listen.
False flag.
Steve, what were you gonna say about this team?
So me and James play week 2, and I haven't begun prepping really, but I was looking at the matchup and I'm like, holy shit, this is hard to prep for. Like, how do you deal with BOhm plus anything as a lead? Because that's again one of the fastest.
Yeah, tied for the second fastest fake out with Sneasel.
Yeah.
Are we listening to BOhm urinate?
I was trying to talk over.
I gotta fix the sound. Let me see if I can get that. My bad.
Quick piss sound test.
Right.
Cut that out of the video, please.
Cut that.
If I have not made it clear, there will be no cuts. It's all going in.
Yeah, so like BOhm Crobat to set up Trick Room. Or sorry, to set up Tailwind. Or BOhm Crobat to fake out and taunt whatever is doing Trick Room. Or you can do fake out Dragon Dance. Or fake out Sub with Heatran. Or
Fake out
anything.
and protect with Sharpedo to get the speed boost, and now Sharpedo's faster than everything, and it's got a life orb, and it's killing you with Crunch and Liquidation. Or, you know, yeah. BOhm I was super excited about, actually. I was gonna see if I could like make it like let it ride a round or two before longer than when I took it in round 3, but I was like, no, I really want BOhm. I've looked at it the last couple of seasons and didn't take it, and it's never looked better. So
You gotta take those mons.
grab it when you can get it.
especially in
Yeah.
this format. Like, that's why I picked Illumise in the first round, like an idiot.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll get to that later.
We'll get
It's
there.
nice to have. It's good to have a mod that fake out actually does some decent damage too.
Yeah.
Especially for a lot of your other like frailer cleaners like Haunter and Sharpedo.
Yeah, that's
It makes
that's
things a lot
kinda
easier.
What I was thinking is like this team definitely has really good speed control. Like Crobat not being able to be faked out is awesome. It packs a punch, right? Which is kind of my complaint about the previous 2 teams. Like you can do a lot of damage with this team. It seems to be a little bit on the frail side.
Oh yeah, I mean these are the lowest defensive averages I've seen on a team of mine anyway, ever.
Other than Heatran, really. For Alligator's got decent bulk. But
Yeah, for Alligator's alright on the physical side, and okay on the special side, kind of reverse for Jolteon. As I was drafting, there was a point where both Cresselia and Umbreon were in my potential picks around kind of this area when it hadn't been like 6, 7, 8-ish. And my defenses looked a lot better then, but I was like, I don't think I'm ready for 3 Bagmons, so I scrapped that plan.
Did we pick Umbreon and Crest back to back? I think we did.
it was pretty close to the same round.
Something like that.
They were both pretty late.
Yeah, it was like round 8 when I picked Cress. And it's just because I got lazy.
I don't want to figure out how to spend all these points.
I don't want to
Thinking-
think anymore. Just give me
Thinking
that.
hard, Crest easy.
So I think this is an A-tier team. I think this is one of the better teams.
I agree.
I also like my team.
Yeah, maybe we can fiddle around with them at the end and move.
Yeah, this might be an A tier. This might be at the bottom of B, or it could go down also. I don't know. This
We'll see where everybody's
Mono's
at.
team is something. But yeah, I have no problem putting myself into A tier.
You got the most options out of anybody so far.
Yeah, I definitely tried to have as many Mons that had to be respected as possible.
How many points is Cast Form?
3.
3.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
And it was my last 3 points. So
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah,
too bad.
three
It's better than my
points.
3-point mod.
I thought about taking a 1-point Mon just for the memes, but I was like, No, that's leaving value on the table. Find something that like has a use, and
As somebody
take
who
that instead.
Flubbed all of their trades last season, I think leaving points on the table is a valuable strategy.
So you can use them for trades.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
'Cause then that gives you the chance to 1-for-1. You don't have to give up a pair
Yeah, true.
to move up a tier.
True.
Who's next?
All right, who's next? We got. Speaking of teams that don't exist, why didn't this load correctly?
This is the worst team.
Hang on
Draft
here.
anything.
No, they're here. I'll just reset some information and maybe it'll pull up.
We'll just cut this out in post.
That's not going to happen.
Well, you're not going to do it. The editing team's going to do that, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to hand this off to the editing team. Yeah. All right, well, I guess let's...
there.
No, that's the New York Aqua Jets. What
Another page.
Yeah,
What if
we...
you get rid of the apostrophe? in
Oh,
brackets?
that's probably messing it up, isn't it?
Hey,
Oh, that's
Hey.
what?
I spreadsheet, baby.
You're a smart man, and that seems like something that Ballhawk needs to fix.
I have
Send
this
the whole
spreadsheet
2
I
hour
use at
file.
work, and I have this
Oh,
VBA code that fails if there's a tilde.
speaking
involved
of
anywhere.
speaking of some nonsense,
That's frustrating.
did you notice this?
What happens if you delete it?
It's a blank cell. Who knows?
I love that when you're so far and you can't delete it, otherwise everything and no one knows why.
Yeah, and no one knows why. All right, so speaking of teams that just decided to pack as much power at the top end as possible and then dump a few picks, we've got the Togekisses, who decided to make that their strategy. Garchomp Togekiss, super scary. One might say terrifying. Butterfree, worst Togekiss.
It has sleep powder.
Well, it does have, accurate sleep powders, compound eyes. So not just worst Togekiss, different Togekiss. How about that?
Different but worse Togekiss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's not lie. It's clearly worse.
This team doesn't love rock type attacks
Or electric.
or electric type attacks
Or ice.
or ice type attacks. True. And I mean, I gotta say, I feel like some of those weaknesses could have been shored up in these picks if these had been a little more disciplined. Not disciplined. That's pejorative. Maybe if he'd been thinking a little more long term to kind of spread those points out. But having said that, this is a scary 7. Like, if only 6 of these 7 come every week, or 6 of these 8 on a week when Ditto's good.
Can I drop a hot take real quick?
Sure.
Just real fast hot take. I think it's the worst team in the league.
Oh, okay.
Ew.
My
Explain
hot take.
yourself.
It's so top heavy. You know exactly what's coming every week.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one of these 3.
Right? And you're not worried about Machamp or Butterfree, right?
Well, I'm worried about Machamp.
Okay, maybe
Yeah, and,
a little bit.
and I did my best to mitigate how much I would have to be worried about Machamp, but otherwise would be worried about Machamp. But I mean, I take your general point, right?
Does
really-
Butterfree come ever? Really? Like,
Maybe if you get the sword stance off with Chomp and you want to make absolutely sure that it has all the free time it wants, but then again, both redirectors and Chomp can get pretty much knocked out right away by a blizzard.
By a blizzard or
And another thing, the Chomp and Moltres both have quad weaknesses, and then some of these other picks aren't really that. Really, it's going to be relying a lot on Togekiss and Milotic to sponge hits as much as they possibly can, and I mean they're great at that, so
but they
it
share
can be done.
weaknesses, too.
They do.
Yeah. Just look at the type chart.
Uh-oh.
great attacking
Oh,
type.
holy
Great
electric.
attacking type.
Wow.
Great attacking type. No resists. great attack. Well, okay attacking type.
And Puchian doesn't count.
Yeah.
Just delete those bottom 3.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
We can let's
This
look
is
at the
my week 1 match.
The
And,
accurate-
Yeah, I did that. I deleted Bidoof, Magikarp, and Fujian because they're not
Still,
counting.
it doesn't get too much better.
no resists, 1 resist, and what's it doing to ice types?
I
1
I do like
immunity.
this- I like the idea of this team. Kind of just make it as much of a ladder team as possible, which I don't think we've ever seen anybody do that before in this league.
No.
Any of our point seasons. So I'm
BOhm.
interested to see how it goes from that reason. Well,
BOhm kind of did
he made it.
a couple times, right?
Yeah, but that was on the tiers, right? And you made out like an absolute demon. But
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how the first couple weeks go with this, and see if there's any transactions to spread out the peaks.
Spread the
and
points
make it
out a little
less
bit.
Extreme.
If you
But-
can get a good steel type, that'll be huge.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any good steel types left though.
Yeah, there's
No,
there's no
there
good
are.
steel
There
types
never
left.
are. Somebody's gonna drop
Magneton.
something, but
I mean,
it may happen.
like your good steel type BOhm is Bronzor, so like
Yeah,
there-
we're not gonna go into that.
there's
Oh,
no.
we are. It's coming up.
Oh, we'll get there. There's
Yeah.
no. There's no. I don't think there's any undrafted steel types. We could.
Well, like who said? Steve said Magneton. That's usable.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Good
I've used
word.
It's
Magneton
got really
before.
high special attack.
Yeah, it's good with a scarf.
Let's see.
Light was-
Any undrafted steel types? Oh, Metagross.
Oh,
If he wants to spend even more points, 16.
Swap Gengar for Metagross, and I think your team gets better.
Um,
Yeah, that might be true.
I
Mag-
think he needs
oh, this-
Gengar
well, this
to
got-
stop tripping.
this got
Does he have no other trick?
free agency
turns?
already,
Oh,
or I forgot to mark it, but it's on Samax's team one way or
yes,
another.
I picked it.
So,
Um,
like, the team that this guy has is super top heavy, but they're also so good. I might be
very,
like,
it's very strong.
yeah, I
like,
might
but
be
it's-
underestimating just the power of how good Togekiss and Garchomp are alone, right? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I've done some just get a feel for the Pokemon I drafted type ladder playing, and I don't love to see Togekiss and Garchomp on a team across from me, but I mean, I do all right with like Ice Punch on Feraligatr, and Jolteon handles Togekiss all right and stuff like that, but yeah, I mean, this is scary. Like, if nothing else, this is 40 points well spent.
Gengar's also scary.
Yeah. I mean, true. Yeah, but I'm talking like even just these two. Like that's not something to just assume you'll be able to deal with. But yeah, ice weakness, rock weakness,
Poppin, what do you think? Where would
electric.
I think I still want to put it in B, just for the fact that like if your plan can't execute perfectly against this team, it can easily just rip you to shreds if you fuck
Yeah.
up or get like a bad roll. So I think it has to go in B at the lowest. I'm gonna put it above Casey's team. I have Casey in B as well. But I don't know. I can't put a team with Chomp and Togekiss and Gengar and Milotic any lower than B, honestly. But don't bring the other two mons in the back. Bring those four and you'll have some semblance of success.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's so predictable. It's a D tier team for me.
But it's one of those things where like you see a train coming at you and like you know it's coming, but what do you do? Like I don't
You
know
step
what.
to the side, hopefully.
Like, does anyone remember what division this team's in?
He's in ours. I'm playing him this week.
I'm
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
playing 'em.
That well, we'll see how we all do then, because I think how many of us are all in the same division?
Everybody but Daddy.
Oh yeah. I know Bohm and I we go week
I
one.
rigged it.
Yeah.
My mod powers.
Yeah, Jordan, Togekisses, me, Poppin, BOhm, Electric, Steve, and Braff. The brilliant division. So, everybody with Daddy. All right, well, let's. I guess we'll all see how it goes.
Yeah.
Daddy, it gets to remain a theoretical, but for all of us, we got to actually decide whether we're gonna go left or right away from that train that's coming.
I already beat him in my head. So.
We'll see. We're playing Thursday, I think. So.
Tune
Excellent. All right. I'm going with B tier as well, but I'm gonna put them at the bottom of B tier, and I expect they'll remain at the bottom as more teams go into B tier. But moving on to our next team here, the Houston Hawluchas, Arcanine, Aerodactyl, Slowking, Spiritomb, Hitmonlee, Nidoqueen, Abomasnow, Clefairy, Pikachu, Lanoon, and the Wormadam trio.
Holy value, Batman.
Fuck you,
I
Tay.
like this one.
I mean,
Tay came in and just ruined our league. You know.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think we could probably do a poll to boot him. It's within our power.
We don't. Yeah, we're the mods.
I was gonna say, how many of you are mods? Do you need to do a poll, or can you just do it?
Yeah.
We can do it. We can stage a poll, make it look like we're being democratic.
Although he hasn't won the VBL-S yet. So.
True. Because he was too busy winning VBLN.
VBLN and the Little Cup tournament.
And that other league with the fucking
And
so.
yeah, and multiple UBL victories.
All right. Anyways, he got lucky. Let's move.
Anyways,
on.
no, this is like a sweet team, right?
This team is a really good. I like balanced teams like this. Like, there's nothing on this team that you're looking at and you're like, he's not gonna bring this against me, right? Like, he can bring any of these 11.
Yeah, Lanoon gets belly drum, right?
Yep. Belly drum
Scream
speed.
Awesome.
Dying.
Does he have redirection? Yes, of course he does. Clefairy. Oof.
Scream speed, 2-hit KOs, Scizor.
Yep. Hope you have a ghost
Got
type.
belly drum.
One of like the 3 ghost types in this format. And guess what? Tay's got one of them.
Yeah. Man, this team's very good. It's got cheap scissor, basically. Right? Isn't that what we decided? Wormadam Steel is.
I did not agree with that.
It's like safety scissors.
There you go. Oh, that's a good nickname. Tay, when you watch this,
Safety Scissors.
your Wormadam nickname is Safety Scissor.
Yeah, I mean, he's got weather, he's got speed control, he can go fast, he can go slow.
Fake out.
Intimidate.
Good fake out, too.
So much diversity.
Intimidate.
Kind of crazy.
Good redirection.
He didn't dupe any types at all. Unless I'm stupid.
Well, both could be true.
Be true.
He's got a grass Wormadam, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, you're gonna bring Steel Wormadam most of the time, right?
Most of the time.
You'd assume.
Yeah,
Imagine.
like it's the best one.
Unless somebody's got a really strong electric type, and you need another ground type.
A second ground type. Maybe bring ground Wormadam. What's the ground version called? Wormadam
Sandy?
Sand. Wormadam Sandy. Oh yeah, Sandy Cloak. Right, Trash Cloak, Sandy Cloak, and Plant Cloak. Whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Pikachu is excellent. In terms of like NFEs, I think Pikachu and Clefairy are 2 of the best.
Yeah, you can run a light ball on that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Tailwind, probably. That'd be good.
Sure. Pretty good fake out support. You can run Abomasnow in a hail room. Get the
Does Abomasnow get it? Wait, does
set up
Aurora
trick
even
room?
exist in this game? And if so, does Abomasnow get it?
I don't know.
I think it does.
Where would it be?
But it-
Oh, of course it does.
Oh
Why
yeah,
else would it?
there it is, right there.
He
Boom.
knows what he's doing. Why would I? Why would I
Yeah,
assume?
of course. Two usable wide guard users.
4
So
helping hand.
yeah.
Wow. I got none of those.
Tay's team is great, everybody.
Yeah. I think
Insta S.
I
As
mean,
usual.
some like overall team weaknesses in some strong attacking types and some common attacking types, but like as I've mentioned previously, like I don't put a ton of stock in an overall team weakness because like you're not bringing all 4 of your Rock Week mons every week, and you're
Also,
not.
I think everybody's team is weak to rock. It seems
That's very
Yeah.
common.
Yeah.
The season of Stealth Rock, baby.
Hey,
Hey, I mean, there might be something to that. We just saw Rapid Spin get used in a Natdex match today.
Yeah, what the fuck was that? I don't understand.
Everything about that set was cursed.
That
I'm
was
not gonna talk about it.
that was wild. Something else.
Let's put this in S.
Yeah, let's put this in S and move on. Tay, you did a great job. Good work. We're all afraid of you. Congratulations.
Except me, I'm not afraid, but he's not in my conference.
I just
He's in our
Yeah, he
conference
is.
too.
No, Tay's
Not
not.
in my
no.
conference.
Thankfully.
Yeah, Tay's in yours. Sorry, Daddy.
All right, I'm gonna have to change that.
Sorry, what was that, Bohm?
Is there anything that can really like lead the team and just do a bunch of damage though? Like I think it's all around great. He's gonna probably just knowing him, he's gonna destroy us. But
Yeah, nasty
That's
plots,
a good
low key,
point.
like.
I think
Right.
we
Probably
put on a
but
lot
just
of pressure.
a lot of it takes setup, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Tay's gonna be doing a lot of like 2-hit kills as opposed to Okos, right? So I mean he's got like a Arcanine Flare Blitz is pretty nasty. Does Lanoon get beat up? Probably not. Maybe he runs
Seems
Justified
like a
Arcanine.
dead strategy in this format.
Yeah.
I
But that's a good point. But
Good point, actually.
Sheer
I think he'll still
Force,
do well, no
Life Orb,
doubt.
Nidoqueen.
S would have to be for me just above and beyond.
Yeah, what's the average attack and special attack? Yeah, those aren't very high. That's a good point.
I
What do we
just-
got in terms of-
I think he'll do well for sure. I just don't know if S
3 at 100, 2 at 100 or higher over here.
Spiritomb's cracked. I love Spiritomb.
108, 108.
Yeah, he does have
50.
ways to set up, mostly with like the fairy.
right.
But
It's just
Clefairy
how
also doesn't get
how he
UV
does it.
Yeah. Yeah, you might be right. Okay, we could put it at. I'd be comfortable with A tier for now.
I don't mind an S, leaving an S tier for myself at least. But
I think it's one of the best.
yeah, I think it's one of the best teams, no doubt.
Definitely good.
But that is a good point. Like, there's not the obvious, overwhelming, immediate
Togekiss Garchomp.
Togekisses Garchomp, or I mean I was gonna say Salamence Metagross off of Samax last season,
Right.
but just as a by way of analogy, obviously Salamence Metagross would have been a 700 point choice this season.
Do we
But,
have back-to-back Australians coming up?
Yeah, we do.
I believe so. Moving on to one of the newbies, Electric and the Intelligent Leons. Latios, Breloom, Gardevoir, Hippowdon, Sneasel, Mawile, Skarmory, Vaporeon, Magmar, Base Rotom, and Sentret.
I love Sentret. That rings my value bell. It's so good. Helping Hand, Frisk, Follow Me. That's it.
And two empty move slots. I have 2, I think it was. Yeah.
It was 3 points.
Yeah. It's
I mean, I can just look at the.
criminally undercosted.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I've got the draft board right here. We can just look. Sentret 3 points
Wow.
in round 9.
That's a steal.
Yeah, I thought it would make it back to me, but he was on top of it.
Yeah, I had been looking at Furret at one point, but just never found the right time, and then it got taken by somebody else. So
anyways, this team is also fucking scary.
yeah, pretty scary, right?
Latios, Breloom, Gardevoir.
Strong
Follow Me.
Fairy Dragon Steel Core.
But I think it
Pretty
has
decent
less
Firewater
offense than
Grass. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you got Gardevoir, you got
Yeah,
Latios.
I really think
Hippowdons are
Latios,
right.
Breloom I think those 3 are enough to lead off the team.
Yeah, those.
Get pretty much pick up kills on anything.
Yeah, Technician
Hippowdon's not even
Breloom
slouch,
is
really.
pretty nice. It's been known to slack off.
Hippowdon can literally just click Earthquake in front of Latios, Gardevoir,
Yeah.
Skarmory,
Skarmory, Rotom,
Yeah.
Gardevoir with telepathy, sure. Yeah, with Earthquake being by far the more common ground type attack in BDSP versus a high horsepower or a Stomping Tantrum, having that those levitate and telepathy and flying types and stuff like that to be able to throw out those earthquakes and not just have to protect or cripple your own mons is gonna be pretty nice. I was looking at Hippowdon for a little bit towards the end when I just had the two picks left, but went with Jolteon over Hippowdon,
I
which
think pretty much every team is going to run a Focus Hash somewhere each week because there's like nothing else to choose from. And Sandstream does a really good job of just,
making
you know
that
what,
not
I'm just
matter.
done.
Yeah, totally.
I feel like Vaporeon it was really good value at like 6 or 7 points or whatever it was.
Yeah, it was
It's a good wall.
Electric talked
think
about that in
strong.
his video too.
Vaporeon is right here. 7 points, round 5.
Still has 110 special attack too.
Right.
130
Yeah,
HP.
it's
And a decent
not
move
bad.
pool. Like,
Yeah, just max the defense. Put whatever other stat you want.
Does it get Wish Protect if it needs to?
I think all
Oh,
the
there it is.
EVs get Wish, don't they?
Yeah, I saw Wish up there.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. That means Umbreon gets it too. I didn't know that.
ugh.
I'm learning more every day.
Yeah, I think that's an EV move, so all the evolutions get Wish. Same with like Yawn and Helping Hand,
Yeah.
which is why you wouldn't expect a Jolteon to be necessarily having a Yawn, for example, but it could. Maybe I'll bring it. We're not talking about me right now, though. We're talking about Electric and his pretty darn good team of 11 bringable mons. Rotom is
Is Sneasel
sketchy.
just better than Weavile for
I think so.
point value?
in terms of like point value, I think Sneasel is a more cost effective Pokemon. Yeah, I agree.
They do
Weavile
similar
has
things.
considerably more attack. I think
Yeah,
it's-
base 125. Yeah, it's 125 instead of 95. So yes, it's much more like immediately offensive than Sneasel is, but yeah, I think in general I would agree that Sneasel is the better value for points.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Sneasel
better.
also has inner focus.
Right.
True.
Really good support stuff. And I mean, there's not too much difference in BDSP between 115 and like 125. There's not much between that. So I think Sneasel's like I already said, Sneasel's a really good value, and I think it works well here. And I like the Latios Breloom combo, a steel type that could resist a dragon or a psychic, get Mach Punched, get what's that other one, like Low Sweep, or there's some other
Low
60 base power.
Low Kick is the weight one. Circle
There's
Throw's the one
there's
that
some 60 BP fighting move that Breloom gets. It's good.
yeah.
You switch in a fairy, put it to sleep, easy peasy.
Oh yeah, easy peasy. Spore. It's got 6 moves. It'll substitute, heal with Toxic Orb and strong Technician Bullet Punches, and I mean, seriously though, Breloom is like pretty good.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
that's
good-
the one.
It's a good supporting cast for those big 3 at the top too. Even I don't know, Hippo's pretty good too.
Yeah, I love Hippo.
Yeah, this is a
I think playing against this team also necessitates you having to have a Chesto or a Lumberry, just because of that
Oh,
Tailwind Spore or the Trick Room Spore.
yeah.
Right.
Like if you're a fast team and you get stuck in Trick Room and Breloom just keeps sporing you, like you just insta lose.
How fast is Breloom? 70, right? Yeah, 70.
Can hit right in the middle.
Yep, get you a mon that can do both.
Fake out Brave Bird. That's my plan.
Until Sneasel fake outs you back.
My speed tie. We'll roll the dice.
What are you guys thinking for this one? I'm thinking A.
Yeah, I think it's an A tier team too. I think it's better than mine, which is my other A tier team.
That's
Right
where I'm
now.
splitting it as well.
Yeah, and I got Tay up here in S. I know not everybody does, but it's a strong team. Let's talk about Tom. Krookodile Dundee.
He stole my Zapdos.
He stole Braff's Zoomerl. He stole
He's told Braff's Pachirisu as well.
Pachirisu. Oh, that's true. Yeah, his first 2 picks, Braff was like, "Oh, took my Pachirisu. Oh, took my Azumarill." This is a team to be respected, I would say. Eevee is, we'll see, but like,
Nah, Eevee's useless. Eevee's useless. Registeel's useless.
yeah, Registeel I think is
Registeel's bait.
a pretty suspect one. Like, it can just sit there and be ignored, and then whatever your last 2 Pokemon are after you've killed the other 3, you just double target Registeel forever, and eventually its double protect will fail, and you'll 4-hit kill it before it can 6-hit kill you with a not very strong flash cannon or something like that.
Yeah, there's a reason Registeel has only become good in Gen 8 because
And it's body
literally
press.
just body press.
Yeah.
I can see him bringing out like a curse set that actually does something.
Boy, you got to click curse a lot of times. What's Registeel's attack stat?
75.
That's
not
okay, so it's not the end of the world, but I mean, I think you want 2 curses before you're comfortable.
Yeah.
And like Pachirisu can't support follow meing that many times to let Registeel get it, or I don't know. I guess if it's next to the Azumarill, you have to care about the Azumarill first, and so maybe Registeel gets a chance to set up or something like that. But yeah, in general, I don't think Registeel was very good. How many points was Registeel?
8 or 9.
Seems like too many. 8 points.
Ooh. 8, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I want to pay 8 points for that, but
Here's my lukewarm take. I think Shedinja is always bait in a draft league.
Yeah, it's good just to have on your team.
Because you always have to consider it.
You gotta
right?
bring something to kill it.
That's
yeah.
why I think Zero Aura is actually really good in draft. Just having it on your bench, like you never need to bring it. Like, but the other guy.
Zoroark, right?
You mean Zoroark?
Yeah, whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, dang, you gonna hop in for Natdex season 3?
Yeah. I feel like, I mean, Zapdos and Azumarill are really good. Pachirisu is pretty good redirection and has a good support move pool. But other than those 3, I mean, Flygon gets Dragon Dance, right?
Yeah, I think Flygon gets Dragon Dance.
Flygon's probably
Where's our
okay.
setups? Low. Yeah, Flygon, Dragon Dance, Swords Dance on Drapion and Sceptile. Obviously, Belly Drum. You got Curse we talked about.
Does Drapion have Snarl?
I think this version of the dock does not have Snarl, but
I just looked it up. He's
okay.
So that's good.
Also Taunt.
But yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, bring something that can hit Shedinja, but like you're hitting it for free because you're bringing a rock move for Zapdos and Flareon, so who cares? And you're bringing, fire moves for Sceptile and Registeel.
Yeah.
So like most of the time you're just going to kill Shedinja for free.
Right. That's why I don't put much stock in it. I do think that Kadabra is a really good cheapo mon. Super powerful with Life Orb. Awesome. I was looking at it myself.
Yeah, another one of the NFEs that can still hang even though
exactly.
it's not getting an Eviolite.
Right. I don't know if this has the synergy in order to get things really rolling, per se. And I think there's a couple. But I really just think Registeel's kind of questionable. That thing sucked up so many points for Tom.
Yeah, Flareon is not very good either. I
Yeah.
really like Flareon, but
The worst evolution?
I don't even think there needs to be a question mark in that.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
I mean, I think the other choices, I would say probably Espeon, right?
Nah, Leafeon.
Well, Leafeon gets chlorophyll.
I'd put Glaceon down there too.
All right, so there's some bad
Espeon's
ones.
been so good.
Hey, Snowcloak has value in this league.
True.
Yeah? Yeah, I think this is probably a C tier team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we think it's better than better than Mono's team?
I
think
don't.
it's better than Mono's team.
We got a yes and I got a no. I'm gonna look at them real quick.
I think there's
Remind
a lot
myself.
Of a lot of frail stuff on Tom's team that doesn't get much done.
Yeah, I think.
If I'm Tom, I'm just bringing Zapdos Pachirisu with his specs, and I'm just clicking discharge until Zapdos goes down.
I mean,
Bring the one move choice item set.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like don't even give yourself the
they get paralyzed.
Yeah, don't even give yourself the temptation to click something other than discharge. Like, oh, maybe I should volt switch? No. Press the discharge.
And when Patchy goes down, you got Flygon in the back.
I was playing with PZ last season.
Last season.
Hey, you got me.
This season too, but
Yeah, I'm gonna put him in C tier. I think it might be better than Mono's team. Like Mono's team, I'm not sure if it's got the offense. And like there's some stuff going on Tom's team, so
Like he's already played a game, right?
that's true. He has played.
Shedinja, he brought Kadabra, Sceptile, Drapion,
Oh, he
Pachirisu.
did? Oh, I was against Sam, right?
He
Yeah,
didn't even bring Zapdos.
What?
Which
Bring
is-
Flygon.
yeah. The 6 was what? Pachi, Azu, Drapion, Kadabra, Sceptile, Shedinja, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only two that played both games were Drapion and Shedinja. I don't know. It just seems
What a
like
world.
poor selection.
Yeah, I think there was probably a better 6 to bring against Sam Axe's team, but I mean, it is what it is. And who we got? Last on the first dock, LBL, the blue team. Dubba dee dubba die.
just put it in D. Go to the next team.
I genuinely did watch the whole video he posted. That was not me memeing. Like, I can absolutely spend 17 and a half minutes watching the same 30-second clip of that song
Dude,
on the
Sam
off
made a
chance
joke-
that there is a paste hidden in it.
Yeah, Sam made a joke about me watching the whole video before figuring out that it was a loop, and I honestly did watch it for like a minute and a half before I figured out what the hell is going on.
I disagree with Straight to D moving on.
Yeah, this is a good team.
This is a
He's the
good
coach,
team.
though, right?
It's what?
Is he the coach though? Right?
Oh, that's right. This is a coach tier list. Yeah. Straight to D. Moving on.
All right, go ahead.
Like, there's some scary stuff on this team, right? Snorlax, Salamence, pretty good fake out with Toxicroak. 2 good abilities on Toxicroak. Bronzong does Bronzong things. You bring it in late, or you use it to set up Trick Room. Azelf, the fast of the Lake Trio. Scary, nasty plot. Rotom Wash, like, I couldn't have done much better and kept it as blue as it was. Quilava, I'm a little iffy on the blueness. Rotom Wash, my opinion has been made clear. I think he really stretched it on that one. But
That was my
Tangela
doing. I suggested it too.
Tangela needs to be respected. Like, probably third best Rage Powder user after Tangrowth and Butterfree.
I think Parasect is better.
Oh, right, Parasect. Yeah, of course.
Jump up?
Fifth best Rage Powder user.
Good.
Yeah,
But it's on the list.
it's on the list.
The last time he had it, he won, so got to be respected.
I mean, there are good mons on this team. Cranidos is strong. It's what, 125?
That's the second highest. Or, yeah.
Yeah, tied for second highest with Azelf,
Wacky.
which is most of the time going to be running a special set, but even so.
He's got no way of enabling this fast mode, though.
True, other than just like Tangela,
Scarf.
Rage Powder, or scarfs on things. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But like, you can only have one scarf, and Azelf's got to last a hit while it nasty plots or whatever, because like its move pool is not that great. in terms of like coverage. So like you just want the raw power of the nasty plot a lot, I would say. It's all right.
Ghost.
It what?
If you get a ghost, you could threaten the self-destruct Snorlax or explosion as elf.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, yeah. If I'm being honest, like I'm looking at this team and it looks like a slightly worse version of my team overall. Just in some of the like, we've got the grass redirection is fine. We've got water dark types. I don't know. It just kind of has flavors of my own team, but I think not quite as good.
I think his bottom 3 and maybe even bottom 4 are useless though.
Yeah.
Fampi for sure. Quilava, yeah. Carvana, yeah. I can see Cranidos coming. Bronzong sets Trick Room, and Zelf sets Trick Room, right? Like that's a pretty slow. Like I think he's gonna want Trick Room a lot of the time.
Like very dedicated to setting up Trick Room just to get that Rampardo or Cranidos. I don't even know which one.
Yeah, Cranidos, the baby.
Right, like just getting Trick Room set up to have that come out of the back and like,
and then
hopefully get 1 kill before it dies. I don't know.
Max speed with a scarf gets up to 181. That's gonna be fast enough against somebody.
Does the baby one get head smash?
Probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably.
I know Carvana is pretty much like the frailest mon that there is, but I think it probably gets Scary Face and maybe like one other good support move.
It
That
does
could
get
be
hit
nice.
smash.
Nice.
Gets
But, like,
taunt.
support moves enough to like.
I don't think they are. I think it's
Um,
like, kind of a wash with Carvana.
Like Metapod gets string shot. You know?
Gets hail.
Hey, there.
Rain dance.
A hail might actually be good.
But like its base speed is 20. Like its agility. Its base speed is 20, so like it takes like 3
base speed is
speed boosts.
20?
Carvana.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, it's so
No,
slow. Oh, 65. What was I looking at?
Okay. All right.
Oh,
What was
looking
that?
at special-
Oh, its Spadef is 20. I'm sorry. Its defenses are 20. So, Carvana is here for a mediocre time, not a long time.
Yeah.
The team's all right. Like, there's something here, I think, and you'd be like maybe replace this with an actual blue Pokemon, like for Alligator if he had taken it quicker or something like that. But it's all right, right?
Yeah, I think
It's got
somewhere
Mons that need respected.
middle. Like it's definitely not one of the best
Yeah.
5 teams. But I don't know. It might be one
Is
of
it better? Here's a good benchmark, I think. Is it better than the top-heavy Grandma's Togekisses?
I still think that's the worst team. So ask the other guy.
Okay, so the other 3, yeah.
I don't
think
think
so.
it is.
You
I
think
think
it's
it's
not
worse.
better? Yeah, I also think it's worse.
I think it's worse than Tom's team too.
Worse than Tom's
But at
team.
the same time,
Yeah.
in a realistic draft setting, I don't know how he could have done much better than this.
Yeah.
Well, he could have not drafted an all-blue team. Is how he could have done better.
Yeah, but I mean, with that restriction, he did pretty well.
Yeah.
Especially not using shinies. Like, we'll get to Jordan's team, but
Yeah. We'll get there.
The kid just makes interesting plays too. I don't know. His games are always fun to watch for me. He always does weird stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I agree. I think Tom's team is better.
Yeah, if I'm going straight up team and not just coach, definitely Tom's above.
Yeah, is better than Mono's team.
I think so.
Have it above.
Take
Yeah,
a look
I
at them
think
again. Yeah, I think it's better than Mono's team.
But Clamperl's stronger
Yeah.
than Kyogre, guys.
We live in reality. Yeah, okay. Let's move on to
Coolest logo.
the second half. We're an hour and 10 minutes in. We're flying. New York Aqua Jets. Oh, let me just go ahead and close that so I don't have to keep clicking through it. Yeah. Geodude. All right, so this is another 10 Pokemon team.
When we enter the Stealth Rock meta, you're gonna wish you had Geodude.
No, I'm not.
Does Geodude have counter?
Maybe.
Probably has like. What,
Holy
about
shit, this is a
28?
slow team. I looked at the top of the little type chart. That Skuntank's at the top.
We need to Google Geodude.
Does it
I'm
get?
looking up Geodude.
Does it get counter?
He doesn't get counter. He doesn't
Nope.
get
Doesn't get
fissure.
counter.
Does he get Stealth Rock though?
Yes.
Yeah, at level 28.
All right, A tier team.
He is the Stealth Rock.
True, the OG Stealth Rock. Yeah, I was looking at Golem for a little bit, but I don't know about Geodude. This,
Top 10 though are good.
yeah, all of these 10 are good.
Would you say Fortress is good? I would question that.
Okay,
Usable in certain situations. Right? It's crazy high, and its typing is pretty good.
yeah, typing's
power
good.
Depends on the matchup. Sure.
140 defense, 75 HP, 60 SPDF.
You can Trick Room and Power Trick in the same, like, Slowbro, Fortress lead, Trick Room, Power Trick, and then just start gyro balling with Fortress.
Trick
You're in a good
with
spot.
a Fortress Slowbro lead. How are you not KOing one of those two Pokemon with such a passive lead?
By leading poorly?
Well,
Yeah.
okay, fair enough.
I could see myself probably not KOing either.
This is a great Firewater Grass Core here, and I think Clefable goes super well with Blaziken. Used it last season to great effect. As a Max League, Blaziken, I think, is undervalued in Dynamax formats generally, because you can, run Swords Dance, and then that Swords Dance becomes a Max Guard. But yeah, I think these, like, this, well, 5 really, because Hariyama is just also very good. Loves the Trick Room. I think this is a really strong top 5. Luxray, 2 great abilities, and maybe you bring Rivalry some week against Pokemon that is always one gender or the other. But
That's neat.
Luxray has 2 good abilities. You've got some anti-weather. Absol, click Sword Stance and dies, or Sucker Punch and dies. But it's a strong Sucker Punch. Yeah, ish. What's right? Oh, yeah, 130.
Redirection in the league.
Does he have Tailwind?
Yep, Alteria's got
Yeah,
Tailwind.
Altaria has Tailwind.
Okay.
Yeah,
Does it? You want to verify that?
yeah. I mean, it does, but I don't mind doing a quick scroll down. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it does.
Let's just open up these 3 as well.
I think this is one of the best teams.
I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a pretty sweet team.
It has overwhelming power, much like the Togekisses team, but it's also way more well-rounded.
Yeah, but it's also deeper, right? So it's got the really strong top end, but sacrificed a little bit on the Garchomp Togekiss end to end up with a deeper roster overall. So like Fortress is not great, but like it's got uses and it's got good typing, and Skuntank is I would say a generally underrated Pokemon. I think it's pretty decent. Absol, Aftermath is sweet. Absol is going to get at least 1 good hit off with a base 130 attack, and hopefully more than 1. But
to redirect, and I mean, it might actually do something.
yeah, Clefable can redirect, or Clefable can run a Life Orb Magic Guard set and just be scary, and you never know which one it's going to be.
Yeah, and with the biggest move pool in the game.
Oh yeah, Clefable can. I mean, if ever there was a Gen 1 normal type that's got all the good coverage moves.
Is there anybody in here that did not want to pick Clefable?
That was my preferred first pick.
Yeah, I would have taken Clefable for sure.
So, best tier for this team?
Yeah, I think
Does
it's
have
pretty
a
good.
Bad ground weakness. So,
I want A. Pick an A.
Yeah, I think it's better than mine. And right now, I've got mine in A. Is it better than Electric's team? I think so. I closed the first half, so I don't have that sheet up anymore. But
I really like this team. I think it's really good.
I do like this team a lot. Like, there's like
Yeah,
real mons that get use on the ladder, right? Executor Hariyama people use. Slowbro people could use. Blaziken Clefable's sweet. A pretty decent Trick Room core. I think this is a
Everything
yeah.
really the best. Yeah.
It's a good
everything that hits
team.
hard is really bulky too.
Yeah,
Slowbro's really bulky.
hits hard and is bulky.
Playable.
Hits hard and is bulky. Hits hard and is bulky. Hits hard and has intimidate, so is pseudo bulky. Yeah, this is a very good team. It's scary. Are they in my division?
Yes.
Terrible news.
Nice.
Our division's stacked.
Our division's fucking cracked.
Aqua Jets. Oh, no, not in our division. My division is ours is the blue division.
Sick.
All right. Yeah, sucks to be you guys.
I have to fix that.
Yeah, this is a pretty good team too. Better than Electrics. You had
It's better
the
than Tags.
I put him above.
I
Better
put him
than-
in the first spot.
better than Taze as well.
I have
Taze
it
is
right behind Tay.
also very good. Yeah, I think it's better than Electrics. I think these two are fighting for top of S tier right now. Yeah, I'll put Bardo at the top. Good work, Bardo. It's a great team. You done good.
With age comes wisdom, right?
Yeah.
And we just had a nice conversation about faxes.
Yeah. and got to rag on Braff for a few minutes while we did it. All right, Samax. Justify your existence. No, just kidding. In terms of stipulations, a random stat each round that has to be the highest is a pretty forgiving one.
Yeah.
This team's bulky as fuck.
And
Yeah, this team is really good.
it turns out when you roll, defensive stats like 4 times, then you end up with a pretty bulky team. Gyarados, all-timer, one of the greats. Intimidate, Tangrowth. The best Rage Powder user and third best Redirector, period. Better than Pachirisu, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like Pachirisu just does one thing: Super Fang, Nuzzle,
Also Nuzzles.
Follow Me, like it, but just one set is what I mean, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Whereas Tangrowth can run an Assault Vest one week and
Well,
just
Assault Vest
have.
doesn't exist.
Oh yes, of course. Good point.
Good abilities, though.
But yeah, multiple good abilities. 3, 2. What does Leaf Guard do? It must not be that good.
Status.
If I had to ask what it does, I guess it's not that good. But
Stop status if the sun is up.
oof. Okay, so 2 good abilities. But the 2 good abilities are very good, and Rage Powder. It's got pretty decent coverage. It gets knockoff, Earthquake, Rock Slide. Can go physical or special, and be totally reasonable. 100 and 110, and I've already decided that 3 digits is my benchmark for a good stat in this format, and Tangrowth has 4 of them. So, boy, I always forget that Magnezone has such a high special attack,
Yeah, it's
because I think of it as a defensive Pokemon generally. But, I think Samax ended up with a pretty decent team.
Yeah, he's got the Prankster Volbeat, which is pretty decent too.
He's got a
Guess
couple of ground immunities to go with these ground weaknesses. Coughing.
Uxie are great supports.
Yeah, I've used Uxie and enjoyed it. Always wish it had Icy Wind every week, but now nothing has Icy Wind, so Ha ha ha.
Wolverine's got sheer cold. So
Yeah. The best of the Oko moves.
it's got Super Fang.
I do like Super Fang. Yeah. I've got Walrein and Natex.
Yeah, there's nothing useless on this team.
Yeah, I agree. Coughing is the neutralizing gas mon. We'll see how often coughing actually comes, but
Yeah, I think he'd only bring that against weather teams, really.
yeah. Volbeat Prankster. I know it doesn't get Tailwind. What support moves does Volbeat get? Baton Pass.
Is Volbeat the one with Tail Glow, or is that Illumise?
Yeah, it has tail.
Oh, it has Tail Glow. Okay. That's
Tail
plus
Glow,
3
Baton
special
Pass.
attack, right? There you go, yeah. Tail Glow's back, so Tail Glow, Baton Pass. Prankster Thunderwave is always nice. Nobody was ever sad about a Prankster Thunderwave. Doesn't get both screens, but it gets light screen, which is nice. Prankster Weather. There you go. That's something to do. Yeah, I think Volbeat's alright.
He's got two fake outs. That's good.
Yeah. Hitmonchan, Lopunny. This is
I think this is a tier team.
a pretty good team.
Yeah.
Let's see. What other teams we got in A? Electric and me. Do I think it's better than my team? Yeah, I mean,
Put it above your team.
yeah, I think I am too, because like there's 11 Pokemon that you have to think about in prep, and they all like there are all of the Pokemon in this team do things.
Yeah.
I think it's just going to be very hard to kill any 4
I'm gonna
Pokemon
put him above
in
me as well.
one game
Yeah,
to beat him. Like, you have to take out all of his Pokemon. They're all, like, crazy bulky. And still doing damage.
Okay, I'm back. Consensus on Sam's team? Good?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
You put it
yep, we got it in A above me.
who's next?
Uh-oh.
I know that guy.
The Perugly team.
The Hall of Famer himself.
We got Bohm's
I didn't know you
Bohm's
had
duo
TC.
from last time.
Yep.
I was inspired.
I'm excited for that one.
The value pick, the early Luminion, the secret hidden evolution.
So there was like 3 mons that I needed to have, and that's why I picked them so early. And everybody's like, "What the hell are you doing?"
So it was Perugly, Illumise, and Luminion.
I had
Typhlosion?
in Typhlosion, so those 4.
Oh, and Typhlosion.
Explosion.
I had to have those 4, so I picked them super early. I figured there would be like some good stuff left, and Cress was left in round 8, so it worked out, right?
Yeah.
So I
What?
wanted to get those
Yeah.
value picks early and just have like a super wide team.
At 22 points, Cresselia was either going to go in round 1 because someone had a plan, or sit there for a long time because everyone had a different plan.
Yeah, it got to round 8, and I was like, I could probably just wait until the end. I don't think anybody's gonna take it, but I couldn't really risk it. I needed something bulky at that point.
Yeah. I used Glameow in the Little Cup tournament, and also ran an own tempo swagger set with my Vulpix. Unfortunately, Vulpix does not have Prankster and Drought, and so the swagger was actually going after the Glameow, so it was not as good as it could have been. But I mean, I've run own tempo swagger a couple different times in different drafts, and it's pretty good. Like that's a duo right there. I mean, normal's a great type, one of my favorites, and so boost up your Perugly.
Second fastest fake out, maybe third.
How fast is Perugly? 112. Fourth. Yep, because Ambipom and Sneasel are both 115.
And then Raichu's 110.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, there you go. Right in the middle of Me and Steve then.
Yeah, I really wanted Typhlosion for those fast.
Yeah.
options.
Tell us about your team. What do you think,
Um,
Daddy?
So, Illimize, I wanted a prankster early because there's not very many of them, and Illimize has like a really cool move pool. So I could run it a lot of different ways. I can run prankster weather. I think it has helping hand. It has charm. It has fake tears. It has thunder wave.
Encore.
It has light screen encore.
Does it still have aromatherapy?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Bing.
Oh,
Aromatherapy.
That's interesting. So I was
Thunder
really
wave.
excited about that pick, and I was pretty fucking confident that nobody was gonna take it, but like I didn't want to risk it. I really
Helping
had to
hand.
have it. So this is the centerpiece of my team, not Cresselia. I don't even know if I'm gonna bring Cresselia ever. It's just gonna be there.
What a power move!
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just gonna draft an 88.10 Mon team. No big deal.
So yeah, so I really wanted that. It's good support for Perugly, obviously, like you guys already talked about. But Perugly has a couple other abilities that might be useful too, especially Defiant.
True.
Somebody said in their video, and my team is pretty special attack heavy, which I guess is true. So people might not bring Intimidate, but in case they do, they have to worry about Defiant, right?
Hey, if they bring in Snarl, switch it in, and you're even better off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so then other than that,
Yeah,
my
82's
strategy
not
was
bad.
just go super wide. Luminion, I felt at 5 points was just an absolute steal. Like with its
Yeah.
move pool, and then Storm Drain to support Typhlosion, and then I got Camerupt really late, which basically has no weaknesses with its ability and with the Storm Drain on my team.
Yeah.
You've got normal Typhlosion and then Trick Room Typhlosion. It's if you don't have a way to deal with fire types, you're fucked.
Yeah, or I just send them both out and just erupt all over your face. What are you gonna,
Click surf.
I'll just
Yeah, I got a Storm Drain, buddy.
I'll
That's
bring
what
in.
it's-
This team can't lose. I actually built this team so I can never lose.
Oh, I should have done that.
Yeah, it's a
It's
good
easing the other group.
Yeah, it's a new strat I'm trying out. It's just build a team that's unbeatable. Yeah, and then PZ and Electivire. It's a good combo. Blossom I thought was a couple points cheaper than the other 3 that everybody was talking about, and I feel like it might be better.
Where's Blossom at?
I think it's 9, 8 or 9.
There it is. Yep. Oh, got it super late too. Round 10. Good
It's
work.
after you.
Yeah, I think Jace was the only other person who was looking at any kind of like Sun team, and he picked.
With Victory Bell, yeah.
And I would have been fine with any of those 3, but I wanted Blossom, and ended up getting it late. So yeah, I got pretty much everything I wanted, and then Cress I just threw in there because it was still on the board.
That's wild that yeah. Oh yeah, I got everything I wanted and had 22 points left over for the most expensive Pokemon on the
I
board.
wanted to make sure I got all the value stuff early. I figured there would be like big stuff left at the end, and there was. Like I could have taken Tyranitar, right? I could have taken Metagross or something.
Yeah. What was left? You took it in round
Those two.
round
Dragonite,
8.
Raptor.
So anything in any of these 4 colors was still available. So
Yeah, Dragonite was
Well,
something
none
that
of
I was
them,
looking
but,
at from, like, round 5 to the end.
Dragonite,
Decided to go with
Staraptor, Metagross, T-Tar, Kang's alright. But
So yeah, that's my sales pitch. You guys can put me at S now.
I don't think it's as good as either of the S tier teams that I have, at least. Is it as good as my team? Let's see if you get to be in A tier first before we figure out where you go.
I think you're better than Sam's team.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think it's better. It's at least as good as my team. We'll put you above me. What all did Sam have going on? A pretty good team, if I recall correctly. We just looked at it. Oh yeah, this team's also good. Yeah, I'll put you above Sam. Sure. This is a weird distribution I've got going on here. All right, who's next? All right, Poppin, justify your existence.
All right. So I would rank this as one of my bottom 2 teams ever drafted, but I still think it's good. I got Entei, amazing physical fire type. Gastrodon, perfect synergy with Entei. Rotom Mo, the best Rotom form. Umbreon never dies. Empoleon is the best Gen 4 starter. Jumpluff is redirection plus pseudo tailwind, and strength zap and sleep powder, and all that fun stuff. Ursaring is kind of my Ursaring and Hypno are my 2 main Trick Room guys. Hypno's a really good Trick Room. Ursaring just deletes things in Trick Room. Swalot is just a bulky pest. Jigglypuff was Friend Guard and Friend Guard only, and Chimecha was there. It's also pretty bulky. It gets some
Also sets Tailwind. Or, I mean, Trick Room.
Yeah. Chimecha was there for another Trick Room mon, and
What's Trick Room?
has a lot of supportive options. My team overall, my team's more focused on bulk and getting 2 and 3 hit KOs. I don't have anything that's like explosively powerful.
Ursaring.
But yeah, besides Ursaring, but I also have a significant amount of bulk on my team, so I think I have the leeway to dish out those 2 and 3 KOs, but TBD, I guess. Now, roast me.
When would you bring Chimecho over him?
I don't know if I will ever do that. So that's I've been looking at the point board today and wondering if there's anything better I could do with that.
How many points is Chimecho?
I think it's 6, and I have 1 left over. So.
Oh, you're at 109.
Yeah.
Chimecho gets Parasong, right?
It does. That's one of the reasons why I kept it.
Jigglypuff get ally switch?
Sandslash.
No.
I don't have too much stock in Jigglypuff either.
Does Octillery do anything? Not on your team. You got two better water types.
Yeah.
Ursaring's a beast. I was looking at Ursaring.
Yeah, Ursaring's scary. Bears are scary in every universe, as it turns out.
Yeah, not a lot of offense.
But
But
a lot of Pokemon that I really like. Entei, Gastrodon, Umbreon, Ursaring.
With no fake out?
Swalot's alright. Oh yeah, no fake out is rough.
Yeah,
That's true.
I've never had a team without fake out. And
I have. It's not fun.
It's not ideal.
there's not many fake outers left in the point range that I can still make with free agents. I think Dugong is there, but
Dugong gets fake out?
That's so weird. Seals clap their fins together.
yeah.
Yeah, but Walrein doesn't get fake out. But
It's a walrus.
That's a
but
walrus.
but all of they're all pinnipeds. But Walrein is better in all of its other ways. But Dugong gets fake out.
And Parasong.
There you go.
And Fissure. Or no, Horndrill and Sheer Cold. I saw that too.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard in this format because everything is so weak. So I feel like a lot of the teams, we're looking at them and we're like, yeah, they just don't have a lot of. They're not packing much of a punch
Yeah,
here, but
this you got a lot of mons all super close, clumped in speed. That is like, oh yeah, some of these are pretty good in Trick Room, but like, there's still a lot is sort of. I mean, he's got Cotton Spore on Jumpluff.
Right. And Icy Wind and Empoleon.
Yeah, Icy Wind on Empoleon. End of list, right? Yeah, no third thing.
For some reason, Electroweb doesn't exist.
Oh, it's brutal. I wish Electroweb existed. My whole draft would have been different. No, that's probably not that true, but
Yeah, I mostly like this team.
yeah,
I feel like
it's
good
all
in the
right.
middle.
Chlorophyll on a base 110 seems a little greedy, but
Yeah, it's a bulky team for sure. Right?
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
very weak.
It's pretty good. I mean, yeah, Umbreon is is on the logo, and it deserves to be there.
The logo.
Right.
Yeah. Throw and Guzzlord are all on the logo. Umbreon is the logo.
Umbreon looks cool, and the two ugliest Pokemon known to man.
I actually think you've got probably one of the most dangerous strategies here, where if you just get this Ursaring set up, take 2 quick, easy kills, got Chimecho with Parasong.
Parasong to finish it off.
That's it. That's all you need. You got Volt switches, you got U-turns, you got Protects.
You're right. Put it in S tier.
I think it's
B tier for me.
Yeah,
I would agree.
I think it's a B tier team.
Better than Casey's.
Yeah, because it's definitely better than the top heavy Grandma's Togekisses. Is it better than my? I don't know if your team is better than my team. I don't think it is. But I've asked, is it better than my team enough times, and the answer has been yes enough times that I think this might be at the top of B. We may be moving the Minccinos before the end of this tier list. These last 4 teams.
Put stuff in D, so some things have to get.
That's true. There might be a little bit more shifting. I might just shift every single team down, down 1 position. At the end, we'll see how these last 4 teams go. I'm gonna go ahead and just move myself down now. All right, who's next?
40 Grammars.
All 40 of them.
Name. What a great team name, by the way.
Yeah, S tier name with an S tier logo.
He's in the Hall of Fame just for the name. So 2 people in the Hall of Fame.
Let's see. First 2 picks, Raikou Gramble.
I really wanted that Raikou, my second pick.
Raikou's so good.
Raikou was one of the mons that I was like, oh, I could take Raikou quick and see what's up. It was still available when it was my pick, and I did end up going with Heatran instead, but I did not expect Heatran to have still been around by the time it got to me, so I went with the Heatran. Sun Team.
Yeah.
Torkoal, Charizard, Victory Bell.
Torkoal is significantly worse in this form.
Right.
True.
That's really
Especially
unfortunate.
without Trick Room.
You guys forced it up to 15 points. I think
Yeah.
it's only worth 13.
Yeah, it's an expensive drought, but I mean the other choice being Ninetales. Well, I guess also Vulpix technically, but
At least you still get your Trick Room eruptions off.
Ninetales is so bad. Ninetales
It is.
it's so bad.
It's depressingly bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, Samax, but
Sun is just not it.
I mean, I know Samax prefers Alolan Ninetales anyway, but even so, Ninetales is so bad.
As I looked at this team a little bit harder, at first I didn't think it was very good, but I'm playing him week 1, so I took a little bit of a more in-depth look, and I think it's a pretty good team.
I think it's
Zangoose?
awesome.
Zangoose is really good for, what did he get for, like 4 points or something?
Yeah, I think it
We
was.
missed that one.
4 points.
Yeah,
4 points.
That was an oversight. I've never
Yeah.
played in a format where Zangoose could do anything. I didn't even know Toxic Boost was an ability.
Right, I can't blame you because I had no idea until
Is it just
they said
worse
it.
guts? Is that all it is?
It's Quick Feet.
Oh,
Right.
it goes faster?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right?
Jesus.
Yep.
No, wait,
Right?
No, I think it is.
that was a 50%.
I don't know what.
Oh, it's,
No,
no,
it
yeah,
seems-
it is
oh, no.
Guts. It is Guts.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
I think it'd be better if it was Quick Feet, actually.
Oh yeah, powers up physical attacks when poisoned. 50%.
So literally just worse guts.
Yeah, so just worse guts. But
He had 4 points with 90 speed and 90 attack, right? Or 100 attack?
115.
Jeez.
What the hell?
yeah, I mean, no draft board is perfect, right? Like I got Floette Eternal in D tier. Like we all make mistakes.
We should redraft, actually.
Yanma and Riolu are both bringable.
Yeah,
Yanma's
I mean,
less so, but
the worst
found out
prankster,
versus-
but even
Oh,
so,
yeah.
prankster
Yeah,
is
no
so
coaching.
good that
Sucks.
Yeah.
What moves does Riolu have? So it has Follow Me, obviously, but other than
Follow
that,
me, weather, fun. That's kind of all that I can think of.
bulldoze is irrelevant. Follow me,
Uh,
quick guard, helping hand.
Yeah, it can quick
Weather.
guard fake outs because it gets the bonus in priority.
Hey, there you go. Swords Dance. Does he get Baton Pass?
Ooh, it's a threat.
Copycat to stop Trick Rooms.
Where's...
I like that.
Howl.
It gets Howl?
Yep.
Oh, really? Okay.
Who
There
needs
you go.
coaching then? You're all set.
Howl, Screech, and Weather. That's basically all you need.
Agility, Iron Defense,
So
Nasty
it's
Plot.
usable. It's not as good, obviously, but it's usable.
It's got a lot of good setup moves. Does it get Baton Pass?
Probably.
I don't think the time pass is as good as you guys are making it sound.
Nope. No, it's not good. Yeah,
It's
but
not Bengals.
yeah, it's not good, but that doesn't mean it's not interesting to talk about.
True.
Kecleon was my backup for Porygon too. Kecleon's
Yeah, Kecleon's
crazy.
Kecleon's legit.
All right, sell me on Kecleon
Yeah,
because
tell me.
I disagree. I don't think Kecleon's good. Its move pool is like really bad, right?
No.
It was hilariously good.
What does it get?
Big
Every-
Trick Room, every special move, foul play,
The stats are bad though.
Yeah,
tons of
but
fighting moves.
think about it. Like
90.
Cinderace is like solidly mid-low tier without Protean or without Libero, and
That's
it's
faint.
just that ability is so strong.
Skill
Oh no, my
swap.
tier list had crashed.
Trick Room, Trick. Trick's another move that is very little distribution, surprisingly. Trick and Switcheroo.
And it's good in this format.
It gets Fake Out, Foul Play, Shadow Sneak. All right,
Yeah, this thing's really
it's all right. Okay, all right. You sold me on Kecleon. How many points was it?
6.
6. Yeah, okay. I would have paid 6 points for this move set with Protean. All right, that's fine. You sold me on it. Kecleon is worth its price.
And the fact that he just has Gramble with Intimidate pretty much safely guarantees Kecleon to get a Trick Room up and then help out both of them the next turn. Because it's not dying in from a special hit, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, base 120, something like that, right?
That's when you bust out the Defiant
Yeah,
for ugly.
120. It's pretty slow. Yeah, I mean, you can get the Trick Room up. It gets Trick Room.
There's a
Is there
lot of
another
net
Trick Room
weaknesses
setter?
there.
No. Yeah, what do we got? Psychic. That's a rough one. Flying, 1 resist. Being Raikou, which, can handle it, but like, what are your other ones? Victory Bell is coming most weeks. Riolu's coming some weeks. So the flying one's not as bad as it looks. Water, you got your 2 fire types. Victory Bell's coming. That's not the end of the
with
world.
The resistances, I kind of feel like, unless you have like 6 weaknesses,
But-
it's probably not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I mean, Yanma's not coming that much. So, like, that's not the end of the world. That
Yeah. Unless you're
I
running
mean-
like an all bug team or something, really
but, like, Psychic being, like, such a safe, neutral option is... Like, there are some strong Psychic types in this format, right?
Yeah.
The
having
Lotties,
a net
Gardevoir.
weakness having a net weakness matters a lot less than not having a single resist.
Then no resistances. Yeah, I
In
agree.
Season 3, I had no electric resist, and Braff fucking 4-0'd me with a Magnectric and a Rotom Freezer.
Oof.
There was nothing I could do.
Yeah, like, I mean... And I mean, Psychic in particular is a rough one to not have any resists on. I mean, like, I guess Kecleon, you can, like, Sucker Punch to be Dark type. So now you're immune to Psychic there. And you're attacking a Psychic type Pokemon, presumably. But, maybe you're not. Psychic has decent distribution. So, but, I mean, yeah.
Swampert helps to cover a lot of his weaknesses too.
Yeah, well, Swampert's a great Pokemon, so
Yeah.
that doesn't surprise me.
It's a really, really good team. I don't
a
think
really
it's
good
like
team.
top 5, but I think it's in the top.
Yeah, it's a
5.
pretty good team. I wanted Granbull. I would much have preferred that my Wigglytuff be a Granbull, but, like, when has that not been true? I mean, it's just better, particularly in this format of mediocre fairy types. Or rather, only a few good fairy types. Yes, team's all right. Jace, one of the new coaches to the league, but obviously not new to drafting. And yeah, I think he did a pretty decent job. Zangoose being a real value pick, and a solid Sun trio here. Kecleon I was sold on. How often is Driftblim proccing on Burden?
On Burden seems really bad.
Yeah, it doesn't seem reliable. Like, is Flare Boost the same as Toxic Boost, but for special attack rather than attack?
Yep.
Speed.
I'm guessing. Now, you said Toxic Boost was speed, Steve, and you were wrong then.
No, it's definitely special attack.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are right.
Okay.
I looked at that one a few times last season.
Does Driftblim get fling? Maybe you fling a flame orb after you burn yourself?
I think it does.
That's cute.
But I think it also
Maybe do
gets Will-O-Wisp,
something
right?
there, but... Yeah, well, yeah. It definitely gets Will-O-Wisp.
That's strength sap.
Oh, yeah, one of the very few strength sap users.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I don't even know who else learns it
Oh.
besides Driftblim and
Somebody on
Driftblim.
my team does.
And it has Weather Ball.
Colossum or something, I think.
Ooh.
Weather Ball, too? Okay.
And
There you go.
Minimize.
Do something.
All right, I'm coming around on a flame orb Driftblim. Oh, and fling, if it gets it, that gets rid of its flame orb. Oh, but then it's not. I was about to say, and then it'll proc its unburden, but this fictional version I've put in my head has flare boost.
Jason's gonna be the first person ever to run Flame Orb and Toxic Orb in the same set. It's gonna be
Also, going back to Zangoose I saw down there, that thing gets Belly Drum, and that also Quick Attack.
Ooh.
And that's another just kind of
Oh,
line-in situation.
Shit, that's actually not fair.
Yeah,
Belly Drum
it's-
quick attack.
We
Man,
totally flubbed on that one.
I
Wait,
love.
what redirection does he have?
Yeah, Riolu, follow me.
Don't even
One
get
turn
to
is all it
parry.
takes.
And
Toxic Orb and Belly Drum.
and
Could
this
probably use
one,
some, like, spread moves against that, right?
this is not my sheet missing a second type, right? Riolu is just fighting because, like,
I believe
for
so.
whatever reason, some of the time the second type is not showing up on this sheet. Like, there's no poison type for Victory Bell and stuff like that. But
Just fighting.
Rude. I put him in A.
yeah, put Jace's team in A too.
I got him right above St. Max.
Is it better than Samax's team? Samax's team was super, super bulky. Yeah, I think it's better than Samax's team. Is it better than Daddy's team?
I think so.
Daddy, is it better than your team?
I think Sam's team is better than
Oop.
Jason's team.
You think Sam's better than Jace's?
I do, but
I think Jace's is better than Sam's. So, someone other than Daddy, is it better than Daddy's team?
I said that Daddy's team is better.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh yeah, Daddy's team is good. Daddy, you did a good job drafting.
thanks, man. Everybody was
Um,
questioning me the whole time. I'm
yeah.
like, you just wait, children. Man, it's making some plays here.
Let's get the BOhm.
All right, BOhm.
Boom.
Oh,
Future Hall of Fame.
The unknowns with
Mascot pick.
the all-time mascot pick, as far as I'm concerned. Nobody ever beats picking unknown.
Does it
In
even have
terms-
a move?
Hidden power.
They brought Hidden Power
Yeah.
back just for Unknown.
Just for him. Just for him.
Is that true?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
have one on my team in game.
Amazing.
It's
Ugh.
absolutely terrible.
Unknown. You get no moves.
So it's
Son.
completely unusable. That's so cool.
Brutal.
He's absolutely.
You should bring
not
it
gonna
every
be
week.
back.
All right, so you have a 9.5 mon team.
Right.
So
Yeah, absolutely.
tell the story.
So I'm looking. I mean, Latias was definitely number one. I wanted it from the get-go. One of my favorite ones from Gen 3. Mammoth Swine, I just right away pairs well. Earthquakes, kind of protected for Latias from dragon types. It tailwind up, and that thing outspeeds just about everything if they don't tailwind. I had Typhlosion at 3, but that didn't happen. It was gonna look a little different, but I mean, I pulled Scizor out, so I'll take it. I mean, I'll take it at that point. Wasn't planning on doing any like dragon steel fairy, but then
You almost ended up
Great
with
Dilly
it.
next, which
Yoink.
Dilly would have been fun. Yep. And then I had for alligator, which also got
Yoink.
pulled. Yep.
So
Just
everybody
about
agrees.
everybody stole from me here. But no, I like how it turned out. I think I got a couple good things. I probably took Houndoom too early, but I was kind of panicking on the fire type.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think I could do some things with the team. There's some different things I could bring in, and I mean, Furret's not the greatest by any means, but it still gets redirection. So
I think
And
it's
Frisk.
actually really good. Yeah.
I love for it.
Yes.
Frisk is nice on it, so at least it does more than one thing. Electro can be scary too, by the look of it too. So.
Yeah, fastest Pokemon in the format, yes. Well, Ninjask, but nobody drafted it.
Right. So he could come and do some things to disrupt. I mean, he gets
Screech.
Screech. What's the one that lowers special attack?
Metal
Eerie
Sound.
Impulse.
Yeah, Eerie Impulse. So
Does he get Metal Sound too?
ooh,
Nah. I'll
Maybe.
check for that.
I don't know if it's on the...
no?
I had Electrode queued up the same round you picked him, and I was if he got Metal Sound, it'd be just on Super
Bastion
Value.
gets it. We didn't talk about
Ridiculous
Bastion.
support at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason Bronzor's in there is I needed something. If I had to imprison Trick Room or had to run Trick Room, at least I can get by.
At least it learns it, yeah.
Yeah. It could do it. It's just going to take a lot to get it to work.
What about Houndoom? What does that do?
It switches in on a fire type move, gets a flash fire boost, and then
Right.
gets taken down to its sash on the next turn, gets off one strong fire type attack, and then gets prioritied out.
Right, yeah. It's by far not great, but I needed some kind of fire type.
Does it get Destiny Bond in BDSP? I know it does in NatDex, and I ran it with that once.
Good question.
I'm checking. It does.
There you go.
Sick.
Focus Sash, Destiny Bond, powerful fire type attack, protect, and crunch maybe, or not crunch. Dark Pulse. There you go.
I
There's
mean,
your
by
set.
No means is a week. It could probably surprise occasionally.
It's got decent special bulk too.
Yeah.
You could even use it as a sucker punch. Still has 80 attack. 90 attack.
90. Yeah.
Counter.
Yeah. All right. So as terrible as it is in NatDex, when it's the lowest base stat total on my team, it's pretty decent in this.
Yeah, it's definitely usable.
Yeah, for sure. Primeape also was a fighting type I was looking at for a while. Ended up going with Metacham instead, but I think Primeape's pretty decent. It gets all the punches. I think it gets all the punches. It gets at least some of them, but I mean, close combat, Define is sweet.
If it had fake out, it would be so much better.
Oh, if it had fake out, I would have taken it.
Why does it not have Fake Out?
Because Game Freak doesn't care about pig monkeys.
Nope.
I think
this is
there's
a pretty good team.
I think this is a pretty good team too.
Yeah.
So much setup. Shell
Yeah.
Smash, Sword Stance.
Yeah, and good setup too, right? Like
Yeah.
those are the kind of setup moves you want, and the redirection to support it.
Yeah, Bird does a great job facilitating that kind of stuff. And I mean, even if Bird goes down, you have Electrode next round to paralyze things. For if you need to outspeed it with Scizor, it's kind of tough. But if you got the fastest Thunder Wave, then you're good, man.
If you want to stop Trick Room, just run Choice Specs Electro Ball Electrode.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, is Electro Ball in
It is.
BDSP?
It's what, a base 150 electric move or something?
Yep.
Trick Room on?
Wait, what's his special attack though?
It's like
80.
Not great.
Yeah, 80.
That's the choice specs.
Yeah.
There's a hope though.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty good team. Do I have to face it?
Let's compare it to James's team.
Yeah, I agree. Because
I like James.
I like my team as the benchmark also. Where you at, BOhm? There you are. Oh yeah, same division. All right.
Yeah, I'm
Me and BOhm are week 1.
All right. So I don't have.
I would put it
Where's
just below James.
my?
Can we check out Geodude again, please?
Zoom in.
All right,
on
here we
Geodude.
go. Zoom and enhance. You can get rid of that. Get rid of that. That. All right. So Cincinnati Minccinos, the Undella Unowns. Let's look here. What do we like?
I think James's team is a little bit deeper.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
yeah. I've got 10 usable mons to BOhm's 9.5. I've got some scary stuff at the top. I mean, you got some scary stuff at the top end too.
The Scizor should have been 50 points, right?
Yeah.
Should have been 50 points and a steal at that price.
That was funny.
That's some nonsense. Showed up, said some nonsense, and left the server again, right?
You just gotta say nonsense and then stay for 2 years like me.
and run the server.
Right. I think James's team is a little bit better.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think they're close. I genuinely do think that my team being the benchmark of like top half, bottom half is like a pretty fair one. But I think I agree. I think BOhm, you can sit right below me in B.
All right.
I think I'm gonna do a little bit of adjustments. Sam X, I still want an A. I'm happy with these two in S. Sorry, Mono, it's nothing personal, but I got to build a bell curve.
It's gonna feel better when you make it to playoffs.
Yeah. When you show us all up and make it to the finals, we'll
How
all
many times have I put
apologize.
Steve in F tier and then he makes the playoffs, you know?
Yeah, right. All right. The Fuchsia team. We dipped into some shiny Pokemon,
Yeah, that's.
which
You gotta go all in on your gimmicks, like Raph did.
I
None of this
I don't know.
shiny 3 different colors nonsense.
Blue, though. Come on, everything's blue. He said Rotom Wash is blue. Get out of here.
Yeah, well, we'll. I mean, I've made my opinions on that pretty well known.
There's not even like 11 fuchsia Pokemon for him to choose from.
No, right. I think what he did is totally. And
Yeah.
you can see that he had limitations, you know.
Yeah, I mean, still ended up with some pretty sweet stuff. I was looking at Mr. Mime, and then he took it. Me and him apparently were both considering Sableye and Crobat for pick 2, and he got the Sableye first, and I was more than happy to take the Crobat. But that was, I mean, Sableye, you know, I'll never be upset to end up with a Sableye, so good for Jordan.
Sableye is certainly the best prankster in this format.
Yeah.
Oh, for no doubt.
By far.
He's got 3 fake outs.
Fake out, fake out,
Interfocus, Tailwind.
fake out. Yeah, Interfocus Tailwind is nice.
Mime has Wide Guard. He's got Intimidate. He's got
Yeah.
Weather with Licky Licky.
He has Intimidate on Arbok, though. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, how well did he mitigate his ground weakness such that Arbok can actually show up? Rampardos, Infernape, both also weak.
does Arbok show up?
Got Levitate.
Levitate on a flying type. He could have done worse.
I mean, it has Intimidate. Like you have to coil, right?
Arbok is pretty terrible.
Here.
Yeah, Arbok's rough. I mean, Arbok,
Very good.
it's got Intimidate, and that's about it. Like, it's all right. Arbok's not great.
The high point of this team for me, it might just be me because I like clicking buttons that do lots of damage, is Rampardos plus Mr. Mime, and X-Cloud. You get the fake out, you get a head smash off, you get a
Sure.
scrappy, what do you call it? Boom burst next to soundproof.
Next to
Mime.
soundproof mime, sure.
Yeah, that's
Pair that with
that's what
Sableye
makes me
too.
exactly. That's what makes me love this team. But
Explosion, licky licky.
yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Choice Band Explosion is the strongest explosion in this format, and the second strongest, period, as Braff pointed out. Silvally exists now, so...
I made a ladder team with Choice Band Explosion, licky licky next to Gardevoir. I would just Trick Room Explosion without thinking every single game, and I would just immediately in the lead.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like Suicune is pretty good too. Bulky, tailwind.
Suicune's awesome.
yeah, totally. Looking at what?
Suicune for a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Does it still have Snarl?
Yeah.
I think so, because Entei does.
There you go.
Yeah, it does.
The lightning rod is nice. You can suck up a thunderbolt that was going to get pointed at Suicune. I mean, you're now running two waters, and one of them is strictly defensive, but I mean,
This team's really frail, though,
yeah, it's
outside of Suicune.
pretty rough.
Yeah,
And
Mr. Mime,
But it's intimidate with.
Miss Magus, Suicune being its only defensive stat over 100. Well, okay, look, he's 95, but other than that, nothing even touches 80.
That is pretty rough. Purple's a
Right.
hard color.
So actually, Arbok has to come every week. That's
Yeah, that's less than ideal. You need the Intimidate to shore up your rough defenses, but your Intimidate is on Arbok.
Does Sableye get reflect?
I think it gets both screens, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't.
It gets neither screen. I mean, Mime gets both. How fast is Mr. Mime?
Not fast.
Not very.
Oh,
Not
yes, it is.
90. It's all right.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean, BDSP's messed up, so 90's serviceable.
Sableye got a bunch of new tricks too, which is weird for this format.
Got
It's
new
Metal
tricks?
Burst. Yeah, never had Metal Burst before.
Metal Burst is Steel type Eerie Impulse, right?
Steel type counter.
Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, it's like counter and mirror coat combined into one, but it does 1.5, not 2.
Gotcha. You got a super safe bring in terms of rock type. Like everything, like nothing resists it. That's a bummer. At least your other weaknesses, you've got some immunities. I mean, this isn't a great this was kind of a rough one. How often is Sea King caring about the boosts it gets from Lightning Rod off 65 special attack?
If Sea King's the only way to protect Suicune, it's probably not going to save the day. It might help a little bit. But...
Yeah, it feels like Sea King Lightning Rod might be just a little, like too little, too late, kind of. Generally,
Yeah, you can freely spam discharge in front of this team.
yeah. Infernape's scary.
Oh, yeah.
Boom Burst soundproof is scary. Suicune has inner focus, Tailwind, which is nice. And then Exploud is actually fast enough to be useful. Miss Magus sets up Trick Room. Does Mime set up Trick Room?
I think so.
Yep.
There we go. Two decent Trick Room setters. Rampardos is scary, but
Jordan said Farfetch'd was going to be the highest value mon of the draft.
yeah, in terms of like points to usefulness,
If he brings it twice,
Yeah.
I'll be surprised.
If it gets a kill, I'd be surprised.
I can see a scenario where like these are good abilities, and like
Bad. Though.
um
Like Arbok has Intimidate, but it's still Arbok.
yeah, well, but like Farfetch just got the item, the Farfetched item. Is it just called Leak, right? I don't know.
Stick.
Stick? Whatever. It's got the item that boosts its critical hit or attack stat? Something? Regardless, it's a good only on Farfetch'd item, and like that's always nice to have, right? Because like you've got a useful item that nothing else is ever going to want, so they're not competing for items, which is nice. Normal and flying are pretty decent stabs.
Wait, go back down. How fast? Farfetch is only 60?
60, so it really wants the tailwinds.
Or Trick Room.
Or Trick Room.
60's usable.
Yes, 60's fine in either one. And there's a lot of Pokemon in the like 60 to 80 range across the league. I can follow the argument that Jordan's making in terms of Farfetch'd being like the value mon for what, 2 points it was, right? But like
Zangoose earlier and like
yeah, like Zangoose I think is more value.
or Luminion. We didn't talk about it much, but
but I think it was pretty appropriately tiered. Like it's pretty good at the points. Like it was what, 7 points, something like that, right? 5. Okay, so maybe you got a deal on it. But like
something that it's also gonna actually make an impact. Like, is Farfetch'd really gonna actually make an impact? Is it gonna be on the logo next season? You know.
I mean, if for no other reason than it would be impressive. I hope it is.
If it has a big game, that would be cool.
Yeah, like I want to see the big Farfetch'd game.
Yeah, I want to lose to Farfetch'd.
Okay.
Well, I never want to lose, but I take your point. What are we thinking for this team?
I have C.
Yeah, I think it's C. Is it better than Grandma's Togekisses? The top heavy team?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know if it is
I don't think
either.
it packs enough of a punch to be higher than that.
Yeah, I mean, Sableye's great, Suicune's great, Infernape is Goku.
So frail though.
Yeah, this is a... Yeah, it's better than Tom's team. Tom's got the Kadabra, the Shedinja. What else was on Registeel, Sceptile, the strong top
Azu,
3.
Apache, Zapdos.
I think it's very comparable. I think these two teams are very comparable.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I think this team's better than Tom's. Like it's just got more mons that are like there's a clear plan for a lot more of these Pokemon. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll agree with that.
Yeah, I think it can live right above Krookodile Dundee, right below the Togekisses. Alrighty, Steve, you've dodged our wrath for long enough.
Yeah.
Justify your existence. Just kidding.
Okay, so I've got Rain.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, really?
And I've got 3 Fake Outs. I've got 2 Trick Room Mons. I can pair my Rain with my Cradily Storm Drain, or I can pair Cradily Storm Drain with Steelix. I can spam Discharge with P2 next to Raichu. I can put stuff to sleep with Jinx. You gotta worry about Wheezing Slaking all the time, regardless of whether it's there. Yep. That's the gist of it. Good fast mode with Tailwind, good slow mode with Trick Room. Yep.
Go on.
Go on. I mean, it's all right. Like, I mean, I love Raichu. One of my favorite Pokemon. It's bulkier than it has any right to actually be, for as frail as its numbers are. It somehow manages to live hits that you wouldn't expect it to. Good on the team. Can use more than one different item, right? Well, I guess there's no assault vest, so it's pretty much always wants a sash. You do have a couple mons that are all kind of focus sash greedy. Is Jinx got any bulk? I guess I don't actually know what Jinx's stats look like.
Pretty good.
65, 95, and dies to bullet punch. Okay, great. I'm bringing Metacham versus you. It's good into slaking. Kills your Jinx. Good into Porygon.
Is Metacham good into slaking?
I've run into some slaking wheezing on ladder a little bit, and I can two hit your slaking.
Okay.
But
I think this team is bonkers.
no, the team is good. Yeah.
On my list, this is number 1.
I have it right up there with you. I think the rain is incredible. Krookodile is great for fast and slow stuff. Wheezing is awesome next to slacking. Everything down to Snubble is great. Snubble's good too. Bagon's just there for fun.
Snubble,
Yeah, Bagon from the bag was made up.
I wouldn't say Snubble's great. I can't see that making much of an impact this season. I'm sure
It's,
Steve will bring it because he's Steve, but
No, I'm really trying to justify it right now, and I really
Yeah.
can't.
yeah. So like wheezing slacking, there's gonna be a lot of weeks. You have to prep for it, right? You have to be ready. For
Yeah, you gotta have a plan every week.
I think Wheezing Slacking is better than Wheezing Gigas because it doesn't have to be there every single turn.
Right,
You don't
yeah,
need
sure.
Slacking, like something with fake out on the first turn, and then Wheezing comes in later, or maybe it doesn't. Maybe Slacking switches out. It's a lot more mind games, and it's just as powerful.
Raichu slacking is probably better than Wheezing slacking because I can fake it
exactly.
out, use a move, and then Volt Switch.
And then bring in Wheezing on turn 2, sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And Raichu and Pelipper have crazy synergy too.
The only thing I'm worried about is doing damage. Like
I don't think you should be.
my first match against the Togekisses Garchomp team, like it's noticeable how much more damage he does than I do.
Do you have it? Oh, you have Jinx.
Yeah, slaking, Jinx. Yeah, Jinx into Garchomp, Steelix.
Oh yeah, I've got the tools.
You've got some tools. Raichu's good into a lot of that team. I mean, not to like help you with prep for week 1 or anything, but like
I've already made my team builder.
yeah. Yeah, I think this is a good team.
I think it's good too. I just think
as much as I'm trying to like get into your head, you trashed a good team. So great work.
Yeah. Those bottom 2 are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm mostly just highlighting these 9, but
yeah, no, those 2 will probably not come until like week 7.
if you're 5-1 or 1-5,
Yeah.
yeah,
I will say, I value Wheezing way more than slaking. Like Wheezing as a defensive piece is way better than.
yeah.
Like with Levitate, it's only weak to psychic types, which there aren't that many of.
Right? Yeah, I had Galarian Wheezing in season 1, and like without a like combo to go with it, because there weren't then. There was no Gigas then, but even then, like it's just a good Pokemon. Like there are so many Pokemon that are good because of their ability, and if you can turn it off, that's great.
Yeah, Wheezing's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jinx super underrated too.
Mm-hmm.
Does give me that Paris song I love so much.
Sure thing.
This team's nuts.
2 Trick Rooms. Yeah, the team's good. The stronger rain mode of the 2, I would say. I prefer Ludicolo, but I also prefer Politoed as a rain setter. But on this team, I think when you pick Pelipper first, you kind of build around the Pelipper, and I think you did a pretty good job. It's a good team. I'm afraid of it. What week do we play? Do you know off the top of your head?
2.
Week 2? Oh, of course.
He's already prepping for it.
Let's see, where are we putting you? S tier, top of A. It's a good team. Are you better than the Inteleons?
I think he's better than all these teams.
Yeah, I have it number 1, baby.
Yeah.
Are you better than Tay? Let me look at some of these early teams again.
I would
Maybe we
put
can
myself.
move
Man, Tay's team is really good.
I'm much less high on my team than you guys are. I'm gonna put
But
my
that's
team
why we
first.
don't- That's why we don't rate our own teams, right? Because you either rate it too high or too low.
I think being able to rate your own team is like a disciplined thing you should try to do. You know what I mean?
True, but okay, so you like see different synergies and stuff that other people don't, right?
Yeah.
Or other people see weaknesses that you might not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Like, not. I mean, we've got some teams in some different positions between the five of us, but I'm just saying, like, people that are like, oh, I'll put myself in daddy tier, or oh, I'm not going to rate myself, or stuff like that. Like, I think you should like make the honest effort. Is basically what I mean. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think my team is probably one of the hardest to prep for.
This team is also really good. I think any of these teams could be in any position in S tier. I think you guys all have really solid teams. Yeah, I'm happy with bottom of S tier for my list.
All right, time for bed.
Excellent. All right, thanks everybody. This was quite a long one. We're at 2 hours 15 minutes, and there will be no editing, so
Cut that.
it'll go up pretty soon. Thanks everybody. Thanks Daddy for getting this together so we could do this, get us all together here, and enjoy your evening, everybody. Go to sleep.
All right, take it easy, guys.
See ya.
Take it easy.
Peace.
See you guys.